Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands in the air for New York's very own.
The Radical.
Latino is taking you to another level.
Yo, what's up, my people? What's going on? Happy new fucking year. Well, it's not New Year's yet. You know, I'm recording this way before New Year's, so I'm just trying to, get everything out the way. Well, Happy New Year's if you guys hear this in the future, you know what I'm saying? Happy 2019. I hope everything is going great. I hope everything's going well with you guys. It's your boy, the Radical Latino. You know what I'm saying? So, I am bringing you guys a very, very, very special New Year's Eve post or pre. That's how it says, right? Yeah, pre New Year's episode. So, I know that a lot of people have been thinking about and even asking me, hey, what should I do for, what resolution should I do? I don't know, or what resolution I should keep, or whatever the case is. And people in my own, personal life, they don't, they make up resolutions and they just break it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna stop smoking and they break it. They're not gonna cheat on their girl and they break it. You know what I'm saying? So, people all around, they just break their resolutions left and right. And the thing is, I saw that and I said, yo, you know what? Let me see if I could actually come in and try to help people out. So I actually reached out to a life coach. I reached out to a life coach and, I really liked what she had to say. And I decided to hey, listen, come to the podcast. I'll give you a small interview. And if people like what you hear, you could help them out. You know what I'm saying? So you guys are going to hear that interview in a little while. So this whole episode is about, improvement and motivation. You know what I mean? Like, most of all my other episodes are very top heavy, very, very, socially driven, and it gets you thinking, gets you on the funk. You know what I mean? So now and again, I like to have some uplifting episodes. You know what I mean? Something way different, because we can't always be super militant and super social all the time. Sometimes we need a break. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we need a break, just at least to forget what the hell is going on around us. Sometimes we need a break. It's emotionally draining sometimes. So this is the reason why I did this episode today. So with that being said, this episode is about 2019 self-improvement and the importance of self-improvement. I still don't know what I'm gonna name this episode. You guys will probably already figure it out by this time what the episode is called, but I still don't know it. But the thing is, self-improvement and self-motivation is a very big, important thing to anybody, because sometimes a lot of people stay in a funk and they don't know how to get out of it. And the thing is, most of the time, the way to get out of it is something we don't want to admit or deal with. And sometimes it's very hard. It's very, very hard. And that's the thing. We have to stop our bullshit and actually go along and deal with it. I understand that New Year's shouldn't be a time where you actually start self-improvement. It should just start it when you want to start it. But a lot of people like to tend to do so around New Year. So that's the reason why I'm even doing this. So I want to give you guys a personal story about self-improvement on my part. So back in the day, when I was 18, when I was 17, I decided to, okay, I'm gonna stop eating like shit. I'm gonna stop doing, what I gotta do, and I want to actually lose weight. So I went to Fordham Road, and it's not Bally's anymore. It's actually 24-hour fitness. But I went to Fordham Road and I signed up for a 3-year membership for Bally Total Fitness. That's when it was Bally's. And I said, I'm gonna actually dedicate myself. I put my mindset on. I didn't eat outside food. I only ate, home food. And when I did eat outside food, I make sure I didn't eat enough carbs or whatever. But I put my mind into it, and I said, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to gain muscle. And I'm telling you, it was hard. Just doing cardio itself, I was a lazy fuck. I was unmotivated. I didn't have my mindset, together. But I told myself, I'm going to do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do this. And guess what ended up happening? I shit you not. Within 6 months of constantly going into the gym, literally almost every day, going in for 6 months. It only took me 6 months. I shit you not. I went all the way down to like 180. You know what I'm saying? And I gained like at least like 5 pounds of muscle. And I was, stacked up. I was like, oh, I like this feeling. And then from there, mind you, when I was 17, from that moment on, all the way till now, I just been hitting the gym and, improving like crazy. You know what I mean? Improving like crazy. My max bench is like, it was 315. Now it's 355. So my max bench now is 355. So you guys could probably imagine, the size and all that I look like. You know what I mean? But the thing is about that's all about self-improvement. Because of that decision right there, I started making to myself and on myself. That's when I started eliminating everything around me. I eliminated the bad food. I eliminated the bad influences around me. I eliminated the bad environment that I was around. I actually dove into more of a positive thinking. Even though I was still living in the hood, you know what I'm saying? I still got myself in a positive mindset. I couldn't escape the hood, but when I was at home, I put myself in a positive mindset so I could at least, get myself mentally prepared to, face the outside world. You know what I mean? But that's what I did on myself, and I continue on doing this to this day. I continue on doing this to this day. And I'm not saying that it was an easy journey. I'm not saying that I just did it overnight. It takes a long time to actually do it. It takes a long time. But you have to start doing it when you are ready and when you decide to do it. Again, when I was 16, I wanted to do it, but all these excuses started coming up. You know what I'm saying? We are our best excuse. We can make excuses for anything, but yet, guess what? We don't make excuses when we want that goddamn iPhone. We don't make excuses when we want that flat screen TV. We don't want to make excuses for when we want that computer. We set a plan, know how we're gonna get it, and we go and get it, right? That's how you gotta do it with yourself, all right? That's how you guys gotta do it. You guys gotta set a plan, set how you wanna do it, see how you wanna do it, but already envision yourself on that goal and go out and do it. You know what I mean? Go out and do it. A lot of people hold back. A lot of people restrain themselves because they don't want to put in the work. All right? They don't want to put in the work. This is going to be funny, but I'm going to say it. Rodney Coleman, for those who don't know, but Rodney Coleman even said it. You know what I'm saying? He said, everybody want to be a bodybuilder, but nobody want to lift no heavy ass weight. You know what I'm saying? And this shit was years ago. Everybody want to bodybuild. He says the man, he said, everybody want to bodybuild, but nobody want to lift no heavy ass weight. Rodney Coleman's a funny ass dude. But yeah, it's true. Everybody wants to already achieve it and achieve that goal, be on the mountaintop, but nobody wants to climb that mountaintop. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to go up there. You know what I mean? And guess what? Even if the puzzles are not fitting, don't force those puzzles to fit. Sit back, assess the situation, and actually see where that puzzle needs to go, you know? Now, without further ado, I'm going to transition into that interview that I made with Jennifer. She's a life coach, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Radical Latino Show. I got a very special guest. I have here Jennifer from Genuine Coaching and Consulting. And we're here today because I actually brought her here today because I wanted her expertise on, the new year and little things that probably we could do to have our goals met. So that's why I brought her here today. How you doing, Jennifer?
I'm great. Thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah, not a problem. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am an attorney, and I have been very grateful for my career and everything, and all my basically a lot that I've been able to accomplish in my career. And so I wanted to give back to the community, and I started a coaching and consulting business called Genuine Coaching and Consulting. And basically, I work with people who want to find a deeper connection with their careers or their jobs. And sometimes that does involve with people who are looking to transition from one career to another career. As for the consulting aspect is more of interview skills, building interview skills, and resume building. The coaching sounds a little broader, but it's really not. It's just more of an interaction with my client and asking a lot of questions. It requires a lot of active listening on my part, and for the client to be open and honest with themselves as well as with me. The session is absolutely confidential, and what we tend to do is that we tend to bring out the inner truth and inner emotions and feelings about what they are experiencing in their careers at that point in their time in life, and build an action plan based on that.
Gotcha. What made you want to start this journey to help people?
I would say that ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to help people. Since I was a little kid, I wanted to become an attorney, and that's exactly why I became an attorney, because I wanted to help people. But as an attorney, your cases are more so geared towards the legal aspect, right? Like you're investigating and you're finding out facts and then making an argument based on what the law is. With coaching and consulting, I get to have a deeper connection with my client, and I am able to help them in a different way. It's not about winning or losing. It's about personal growth and moving forward. That's what I'm like a very positive person, so I love that. I love the positivity around it. And to be a part of helping someone move forward from present to their future goal in such a positive light is amazing.
Gotcha. Can you tell us the common misconceptions that a person in your field with coaching and consulting, what are the popular misconceptions?
There are so many. I would say that one of the ones that I hear is, well, basically, this is what I've been told once. Oh, so basically it's like talking to a friend or hiring a friend. But it's not, because with coaching, I am literally actively listening to you and asking you questions that will draw information out of you for you to listen to yourself. It's like basically having someone help you face the mirror and face the facts and face the truth. So the difference with coaching and a friendship is that a coach will not, or should not at the very least, ever give you their opinion or tell you what to do, give you homework, or give you any sort of recommendations unless you ask for it. The thing about coaching is that it's so broad and it's unregulated. So if anyone were to go find a coach or look for a coach, I would highly recommend that they research online what the different federations of coaching exist. Because there are at least 3, and everyone has a different style, everyone has a different method, and there are different types of coaches, meaning like there are different specialties.
Got it. And what are those three things that people gotta look out for?
I would say, if I were to look for a coach, which I have in the past, I would want to know where they're accredited, where did they receive their certification, under what federation, and what school. And then I would go research that school and that federation. Our complimentary sessions, so that way you get to know their style and see their personality and see if you like them and if that's a style that you can work with. Those are the top three. Well, where they receive their certification, who regulates, or what federation they're a member of, and their style.
Got it. Since I brought you here because this is the new year, it's coming up, and people always have these New Year's resolutions. You hear things saying that 90 something or 80 something % of people never complete their New Year resolution, and most of it is due to self-worth work. Those are the resolutions that people like to actually put upon themselves, right? It's self-work. How, now I'm going to ask you, in your field, how important is self-work?
When I'm coaching someone, we come up with an action plan. And in that action plan, there's a deadline that is set by the client themselves. And then what they do then is check in with me and let me know where they're at with the action plan. Because then that's when I'll know for the next session where to pick up and then where to explore as to what are the causes that impeded them or prevented them from completing those certain tasks that they themselves had set. So self-work, as far as the client goes, is very important because they're the ones who set it. They're the ones who set the time frame for it. And if they are, I don't want to say self-sabotaging, but if they're preventing themselves from doing it, then that's something that we definitely dig deeper in and explore why. And then that'll bring out other things to work on, and that'll create a different action plan.
Got it.
It could amend it or not. And as far as for me as the coach goes to the client, the self-work goes into checking in with my client and seeing where they're at with their action plan. See, that's why it's good to have a coach. Despite, like, it doesn't matter if it's a life coach, career coach, it's good to have a coach because that's honestly how you keep on track with meeting your resolutions. Because people who try to do their resolutions on their own, it takes a lot of, motivation, self-discipline, will, and I'm not saying that no one has it. I'm just saying that a coach makes it a little bit easier.
Gotcha.
Because they're holding you accountable to your own decisions and what you decided you wanted to do. And the great thing about coaching too is that I'll have people come to me about, career transition, for instance.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about anything and everything and create an action plan about different things, such as sleeping patterns or, icebreakers when they're meeting new people or networking. So it doesn't just limit itself to just career and that's it. Coaching in general, like whether it's coaching for relationships or coaching for life or coaching for, for career transition, at the end of the day, you're going to get to the core of what's preventing you from reaching certain resolutions and certain life goals. And it will help you change your pattern, your behavior, your confidence. It'll increase your confidence. It'll make you become more self-aware. And it's a great journey.
Okay. What are the most common things you find people needing help from?
I would say, you know what, now that I think about it, actually, I would say confidence.
Confidence, okay.
Yeah, a lot of confidence. And I've seen that there are coaches out there now that are specializing in confidence. There's even like a confidence boot camp that I saw out there. And I think that's great. I think that's awesome. But I have found that when I try to express or explain to someone that like I can help with a mindset change, right? I'm a mindset coach or confidence building coach. People shut down on that. People get apprehensive and they're like, no, I'm confident. And it's like, but are you? I mean, it's okay. It's okay if you're not, like, you know, just be honest with yourself. You don't have to be honest with me. I'm no one. Like, you don't have to prove anything to me, right?
Yeah.
But I think that it is something that a lot of people seem to think that they have, and sometimes they doubt or question, especially with career transition. What I have seen is that if someone wants to transition to another career that they feel so passionate about, they feel held back because of the norms, right? The norms of, oh, I have a job security, I don't want to give that up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, you can have a bridge job. You don't have to quit your day job and go start this whole other career.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
steps. Like just like with a baby, right? You gotta be able to crawl first before you can walk, before you can run. You're not gonna just go from rolling on from your back to your stomach and then just start sprinting. It doesn't work that way.
No, yeah, that's true.
So I would say that they have that in their mind. The decision is in their mind, like, I want to change careers. But then everything else starts coming into their minds, right? Like, oh, I have job security, I don't want to do that. Or, oh, people are going to laugh at me. Or, oh, this is such a ridiculous thought, it's just a dream. But to be quite honest with you, there are so many people who have dreams, and whether they had the confidence or not, they pushed through. They absolutely pushed through. They meditated. They became one with themselves. They stayed positive, and they accomplished their dreams. And the people that I can think about right now is like Jennifer Lopez, right? Cardi B.
Yeah.
They may not have had coaches, but if you listen to their interviews, they definitely talk about mindfulness in different ways. They talk about staying focused and knowing what they wanted and going for it and meditating. Like there was an article in Time magazine. It was a special edition called Mindfulness. And Jennifer Lopez talks about how she meditates every single day. So that way she can be one with herself and know what she like is in her inner deep thoughts and everything.
Yeah.
It's not just about relaxing or calming down. It's about knowing what you want and then coming up with a game plan of how to achieve it. And in other interviews, she also talks about that. It's about knowing that goal and then taking the steps that are going to get you closer to that goal. And that's what a coach basically does. They hear you, and then they bring that information out of you to stop you from blocking yourself and stopping you from self-sabotaging yourself. Because the opportunities are definitely out there.
Got it.
It's just, are you willing to do the work to get there?
Okay. I know we're about to wrap up, but can you give the people 5 or 10 tips for the new year that will help them career-wise, wellness-wise, mentally? Give us 5 or 10 quick tips.
The first one I would say is stay positive. So anytime you find yourself thinking something negative or doubting yourself, take a step back, take one deep breath in, exhale, and change it into something positive. It's a lot easier to focus on the negative than the positive. So I dare and challenge people to start thinking positive.
Okay.
The second tip I would say is be more aware. Be more aware of how you speak about yourself. Be more aware of how you speak to others. Be more aware of how you think about others and how you treat others. The other thing that I would suggest also is boundaries, setting boundaries. A lot of people tend to extend themselves. So like they tend to like stretch themselves out so thin that it's like, you know, you kind of lose focus on yourself. It's okay to focus on yourself. It's not selfish. Like, you need to take care of yourself first before you can take care of anybody else.
No, of course.
So I would definitely say, like, boundaries, knowing when to say no instead of yes all the time.
Okay.
I would say, I would definitely recommend people to start reading, you know, or listening to audiobooks. I do audiobooks over reading. But I would say, like, listen to certain books, like self-help books or personal growth books. So some of the ones that I liked were Jen Sincero's "You're a Badass: How to Stop Doubting Yourself and Living Your Great Life" or something like that. That's an excellent book. I love that book. Big Magic is another one. Big Magic wasn't my favorite, but it is good. Another one that here's another one that I actually love. Radical Forgiveness, because they talk about forgiving yourself and forgiving others. And the concept of their forgiveness, of this guy's forgiveness, is so radical. It's like so out there that people would be like, what?
Really?
But if you go through it, it will help you to learn how to really let go and not be petty and just push forward. Because he basically talks about people who, like, were abused, whether it be physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever, that it was meant to happen. And because it was meant to happen, you know, you can't really blame the abuser. It's crazy, because when you first hear it, you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? I can't blame the abuser? But he goes into details of radical forgiveness. So it's basically like, he talks about how, you know, because it was meant to happen to shape who you are. Now, me personally, being, you know, a survivor of, you know, mental and emotional abuse and everything, I can say that it was a groundbreaking book, and it really helped me to forgive myself as well as the other person. And it actually helped me develop stronger bonds with new people that I meet, and change the way that I speak to them and how I approach them.
I gotta start looking at that book then, because I'll be holding grudges. And give us. I know, like. I'll be holding grudges and all that, you know. But give us one more final tip to complete number 5, and let the people know, you know, what to do.
I would say definitely gauge your level of confidence and self-love. Be like honest with yourself about that, because I used to say all the time, like, oh, I'm confident. Yeah, I'm confident. No, I was faking it till I made it. And when I made it, I got called out on the lack of confidence, for sure.
Oh, okay.
And that's when my personal journey started.
All right.
Now I'm at a point in a place in my life where I am confident, and I can be like, you know, no, I got self-love, I got self-respect, I got self-confidence, I'm good.
Gotcha.
You know, and know my boundaries. So, but everybody's journey is different.
Thank you for giving the people the you know, these 5 tips. Glad, you know, thank you for the interview. Can you tell the people where to reach you at?
My email is Jennifer@genuine coaching.com.
Got it.
And I have an Instagram page also called Genuine Coaching.
All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that interview with Jennifer. Remember, all of her information is going to be posted on this podcast, on the details. Also, if this is going to be on YouTube, it's going to be on the description down below. Her email and her Instagram. So go follow her. I'm telling you, she's a positive person, and she will help you get out of whatever rut or you know, career rut that you're in. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Remember, follow me at radical_Latino_. That's for Instagram and Twitter, both at the same name, radical_Latino_. And I'm gonna catch you guys next week.